Good afternoon, everybody. Give me just a second. I got a couple things to do here real quick before I get started on this thing. And if you're watching, we're going to talk about Gore mainly, about 90% Gore and like 1% Warner, because it does involve Warner as well, what I'm going to be speaking about with Gore today. So give me just a second and I'll share this to a couple different places and then we will get started. You can watch us on YouTube, my page. You can follow We the People, Gore, Oklahoma, or Warner Freeform if you want to get involved in all that. This is a local matter that I'm talking about today. It's nothing that involves like state level stuff or federal level stuff. I'm talking about specifically Gore, Oklahoma, which is right across the river from where I was born and raised in Warner. Knew a lot of people from Gore. My family members have taught for years in Gore. I love Gore, Weber's, Porham. I kind of like Porham. It's not anyway. I got a thing for Porham. Anyway, it's good people down there. Vian, those type places, these little towns that encompass the Muskogee area in Muskogee County. So here's my deal with Gore. There's a gentleman down there by the name of Gideon Miller. He was a duly elected Ward 5, still is, as far as I know, duly elected Ward 5 Board of Trustee back in April of 2023. So he won by, I think, 16 votes over his opponent, who is, I believe, Randy Foley was his opponent. I don't know Randy. I don't really know Gideon. I've spoke to him. I've seen his videos. He's not as charismatic. He's not as good looking as I am, but he does do some good videos, get some good information out, but he's kind of dry and monotone. And I'm just saying, work on your videos, Gideon. That's all I'm saying. Here's the thing with Gore. And people are like, why are you worried about Gore? Well, I'm worried about my neighbors too. You can't just be worried about what's going on in your own house. If your neighbors are struggling or if something's going wrong with your neighbor's house, that's going to affect your house. So you have to be involved in your neighbor's house too. You really do. And as a taxpayer in Oklahoma, if you get state income tax or federal income tax or grants or something from the state, then it's my business. So that just squashes that. I can say what I want to say. I don't have to worry about my reputation, my business, because I'm, I do what I have a permit to say and do what I want. So Gideon Miller was the duly elected, state certified, election board certified Ward 5 Gore Town trustee for Ward 5. He was elected April, let me see here. Let me make sure that I'm getting this all right here. April 4th, 2023. He won. Last month, I believe, December or January, after he started asking questions about misappropriation of funds, financial scrutiny, where is this going? What's going on here? What's happening here? The other board trustees, and the town clerk, I believe, Lisa Settlemeyer, I believe. I'm looking into her too because I'll bring that up in just a second. There's a lot of stuff going on in Gore, just like in Warner when Johnny, he was a town clerk there, and sorry. People are texting me already to shut up. I don't shut up. Here's the thing. He was removed. He wasn't removed. The town attorney said we need to vacate Ward 5 seat because it was an illegitimate election. Well, I've spoke to the election board, and the only person that can contest an election that was won is the person's opponent. And he or she has a period of time to do that in. I think it's 3-5 days, something like that. If they don't, the only other people that can remove that board member, even if they went out and murdered somebody, the only person that could remove that person would be the board of trustees. However, Randy Foley did not contest the election. The state election board certified the election. The state certified the election. And he was given a certificate. He was Ward 5 trustee. So then he starts asking these questions, and it's what, 8, 9, 10 months later, he starts asking these questions, and somebody was sitting on this knowledge that his residence apparently did not sit in the city limits. Half of his property sits in the city limits. And there was a question about annexation with his property, whether it was his residence was annexed or this and that. So that would be a court's decision, I guess, and need to go to Oklahoma Tax Commission to find out if it was annexed, if it wasn't. So the board is kind of like on ice here. They're like slippery slope. So they didn't vote him out, but they vacated his Ward 5 seat. And Gideon, like a true American, I think he is. I don't really know the dude, but he seems like a good dude. He needs a little bit more enthusiasm, but he seems like a good guy. But he said, no, I'm going to go up there and sit because these people elected me to do this job. And in good faith, I didn't know that I wasn't in city limits by 30 foot, is what they're saying. Allegedly, I'll say that until a court or a judge rules on it. So he's like, until these are my peers, and until somebody of a higher authority tells me that I'm not elected and you're going to overrule a fair and free election, then I'm going to go up there and sit and do my job, what I told the people I was going to do. So good on you for that, Gideon. Here's my problem. Personally, I came out with a video a few days ago and I said, hey, I'm going to do Warner's Town Hall meeting on the 6th of February. Like I always do, I'm going to live stream it. We're going to do it, and we're going to do it right. Things are getting right over in Warner. Everything's looking good. We're fixing to pass that penny sales tax. Everything's looking good. And then I said, I'm going to go to Gore on the 20th, and I'm going to live stream that meeting because I want to make sure that everybody gets the information. Everybody sees what's going on, whether if they can be there or not, or if they can't, I want to make sure that they see this. Okay, fine. And then I started asking questions about open records request. I wanted to get every email that was sent between Lisa Settlemeyer and Robin, whatever her name is, the mayor of Gore. I want to see every email that was sent between each town trustee and the town clerk and this different attorney and this. I want to see the conversation. I want to see what's going on. So I was going to, I'm still going to fill out open records requests for all that information. And then today, they posted an agenda that says they're going to have a special meeting next Tuesday, February 6th, at the exact same time that I'm going to be doing the live stream in Warner. What is that about? Don't be scared. Don't be nervous. I'm at your service. Transparency. Bring it out to the light. Bring it out to the people. If you're in Gore, Oklahoma, and you care about any type of integrity or transparency in Gore, Oklahoma, whether you like Gideon or Randy or Robin or Lisa or whoever, Larry Pack, is that his name too? Larry, I got one for you too. Open records request, because I think in fact, let me look. Back in 2003, I think he was charged and found guilty of open records request or Open Meetings Act. Let me put my peepers here on so I can read this. Hang on a second. The court did not agree with Town's argument that the act prohibits equitable relief and submitted the case to the jury on the theory of quasi-contract. Town rested without putting any evidence of its own. The jury returned a verdict in favor of Patton, the guy who sued the town, for the total invoice amount of $51,723.85. The court also awarded Patton prejudgment interest in the amount of $28,388.82 and attorney's fees in the amount of $21,876.05. This is because they had an open meeting. They had an open meeting act violation. And that is Larry Pack's name. I don't know who Larry Pack is. I'm going to find out, though. I think he's a sitting trustee. Larry Cletus Pack. That's an awesome middle name. Anyway, I'm going to find out about that, too. Get some more information about that from Gore. Open records request. And I'm finding out so much more information about Gore that's interesting to me. Here's another one. Every time that the board of trustees for Warner sits at the town meeting, like next Tuesday, they get paid $50. That's $50. Once a month, they get paid $50. The mayor of Gore, and correct me if I'm wrong. If you can prove that I'm wrong on this, you come on here and I'll redact this and apologize. But the mayor of Gore, listen to me really clearly. The mayor of Gore, a population less than the town of Warner, makes $800 a month. The board of trustees, each board of trustee member makes $400 a month. For a town of less than 1,500 people with a budget of less than $500,000. How much does the town clerk of Gore make? This is why I'm bringing this up. Johnny Lewis over in Warner was making $87,000 a year. He was the town clerk, the town treasurer. He was the water utilities guru. He was this. He mowed yards. He did this. He petted dogs. He did whatever. He made almost $90,000 of a $350,000 budget. He made almost a third of the town's budget and was never in the office. Lisa Settlemeyer, and I don't know her from Adam. If she walked up to me right now, slapped me in the face, I wouldn't even know who she is. Hang on just a second. Hey, baby, I'm on live right now. Can I call you back in just a second?
Yeah, just text me the address to the Warner house. We gotta have it for our fucking thing.
Okay, thanks for fucking cussing on my live. Sorry. Anyway, so Lisa Settlemeyer, I don't know her from Adam. She'd come up, slap me in the face. I don't know her. But I'm going to find out about her because here's what I have found out doing research. She is the town clerk, the town court clerk, the town code enforcement officer, and she also goes across the river to Weber's Falls and is the town of Weber's Falls code enforcement officer. So she has 4 different titles. And I assume she gets paid for all these titles. So is that, to me, that's kind of first of all, that's a lot of work. And how can you do 4 different jobs and do them competently? And is that not a conflict of interest to go across the river and do somebody else's code enforcement? It doesn't seem, it seems shady to me, but that's just me. That's my own opinion. I'm entitled to it, but I'm going to get on Gore. I will not be there on the 6th next Tuesday at the special meeting, but I am going to talk to some people and see if I can't figure out some way to live stream this through my page and get the engagements and get the right senators and the right representatives and the right attorneys and the auditors and people involved, because that's what I do. I get people involved. I get the right people together. So I am going to be at Warner next Tuesday at 6 p.m., 5:30, 6 p.m. And then I still will be at the Gore Town Hall meeting on the 20th. I may go down there and speak. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research and have to do the open records request and ask questions and stuff like that. So anyhow, Tim and I, and that's all I have to say about that. Tim and I have a lot of stuff coming up at special session. We got bills going on. We got different local stuff going on. We got different races, people coming on the show, Loudmouths. If you don't follow us, go follow us. I appreciate the people in Gore paying attention and asking the tough questions and standing up and having the difficult conversations. That's all we have to do. We cannot not have the difficult conversations when it comes to politics, religion, anything like that. We have to stand up and say, I disagree with you. What about this? And we have to keep open minds, and we have to hear each other, not just we have to listen to each other, not just hear each other. So anyhow, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to get off here and go do some America stuff. And if anybody's got any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them here or go to the We the People, Gore, Oklahoma, or Warner Freeform is another good place. Loudmouth, and ask me the questions. I don't block or censor or anything. You can be as ignorant as you want to. So I love everybody, and I'm gonna get out of here. Love y'all, America. Bye.